Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to a special Raw Real Talks Healing Edition. I'm Janet Namaste, as you all know. And today we're really going to be delving into the law of attraction and manifestation 101. And we have Mariama today that's going to be joining us. And she truly is the epitome of it's not just about the American dream or about manifesting success. It's all about visualizing something that is inside of you and of creating the greatest miracles of your life. And all of us have it. We don't need to be royalty or have special privileges or live in a specific place. We can be anywhere and create the greatest miracles of our entire lives. And there are a few steps that we have to begin with. And the first things first, before any type of manifestation could really occur in the way that we desire or that we've always wanted and dreamt, it's delving into the essence of truth, of who am I, really knowing of who you are deep inside, not the roles that you play, not of the the acts that we play at times. We all have different roles, different responsibilities that we came here on this planet Earth to do, absolutely. But the truth of the core of who you and I are is really the fundamental is love. We are love. And at times when we begin comparing ourselves to others, of thinking that other people have it all figured out, or when we start really like putting us side by side to with others, then what normally happens is that actually is the key to unhappiness. The moment, comparison is the root of all unhappiness. Each of us have fate, we have destiny, and before we came on to this planet Earth, right? Earth is a school for us. We saw the entire movie, our entire destiny, and of all of our highest potentials. But when we come on to this planet Earth, what happens? A memory gets like taken away. What kind of memory? It's the movie of our life, per se. And otherwise, it's like going through life with a cheat sheet, knowing what's coming up before us. We came here to be happy, to spread love, to spread truth, to attract others that are on our same vibration, to help support not only the ones that we love, but community, humanity. And it's a butterfly effect completely. And our thoughts and our bodies and our hearts, we're all made up of energy, right? Humans and you and I, we're energy, and energy can neither be created nor destroyed. And our thoughts have energy associated with it, and our hearts do as well. And the truth of who you and I are really, really lies in our heart. And when we are acting upon of certain things, of repetition, of going into a momentum of habitual things, sometimes we find ourselves in a rut, wondering why manifestation isn't happening, wondering why our greatest desires and our dreams aren't happening. But the truth of the matter is because we are resonating in fate and in the fear of lack instead of like the expansion of success. So that being said, let me just see. I think Mariama is joining us now. No questions yet. I'm just trying to figure out how to. Mariama's going to put in a request. So the truth of the matter is depending on the essence of who you are, your potential is actually limitless of what you came here to do. Each specific person has their own. Here we go. Let me just view the request. We're just going to have Mariama join us today. And what an honor.
Hello.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm so excited about these talks, and because I think it's something that's going to benefit a lot of people. And yes, I was a little bit late because I'm extremely busy these past few days, but I really wanted to take my time to share this moment with Janet Namaste to empower you, because we both understand the power of manifestation. That is something that is also within every human being. And today we want to come and share our stories, our knowledge. Janet has over 20 years of experience doing this type of work. And for me, I'm just a testimony, somebody who has lived this kind of manifestation, and I would like to share how I did it with you. We do not have a lot of time, but we will do all our best to share with you all we know about manifestation, or at least we are going to begin today. And whatever we not able to cover, we will do that next time. I am covering today for Christine Collins. As you guys know, normally Janet Namaste do this show with Christine Collins, and it's the talks about the raw healing talks. But today we want to spice it up to bring manifestation. Ale, let's begin.
Amazing. You truly are the epitome of the law of success, the law of attraction. And it isn't just like about the dream, it's actually taking that dream and taking action steps, right?
Correct.
And so before we begin and sharing your story, which I think is one of the most inspirational stories, and it isn't a story, it's the essence of who you are, it's your life. It's of your evolution and your continuing inspiration for so many. So I just was briefing people of the law of attraction prior, and how we should never compare other people's path to our own, because we have our unique skills, our unique talents, and each of us have the power. It doesn't matter where we live. We each have the power to create the greatest miracles and live in a place of expansion, no matter where. No matter where. There's destiny and there's also free will.
Yes.
So I was mentioning the science behind of, I'm just going to briefly speak about this, just to like the foundation of everything. The way the law of attraction works is as follows. We are energy, and our thoughts have energy. Our bodies are energy. We're not just physical, we're spiritual beings. Our thoughts have frequency associated with it. And depending on the frequency of our thoughts, right? If it resonates with our heart, then we can start creating and taking the action steps of what it is we came here to do. But before we can even do something like that, we need a clean slate. We need like fertile soil. And the way that it happens is that by tuning into your truth. So the first step of the law of attraction, and the law of attraction is whatever you feed the lion most. Do you feed the lion mostly fears, apprehensions, doubts, uncertainty? Or do you feed the lion positivity, gratitude, expansion, abundance, healthy relationship? What is it that you're feeding the lion? But depending on what our childhood was like, there are things that are in our hidden subconscious, which are fears and the what if, the could have, the should haves, our doubts. And this plays like this background music behind us. So even though we take 2 steps forward, if there's background music that's playing behind us that's saying, be careful, this may not work out, suddenly we're not manifesting in 100%. We're only manifesting in 60%. And there is no longevity. So the law, everything is a duality, right? It's like there's the left, the right, the high, the low. This is the way we learn on this planet Earth, fear and love. And the law of attraction truly works when we tune in to the energy of the truth that we are, the love that we are, and of gratitude. So first and foremost, we must tune into their 6 steps. And the first step is to have a foundation of what it is we are ready to let go of. Past beliefs, limiting thought patterns, family ancestral things that have passed down we may have not even known, doubts, even negative attitudes that we may have, of self-criticism that we may not even speak about, but our thoughts have energy and it blocks us. So after we write these things down, these false beliefs, the second step is then of tuning into gratitude, because your inner world is a reflection of your exterior. That's why people are like, well, I keep on doing these affirmations. Why isn't it working? Well, do you truly believe in what you say, in what you think, in who you are, or do you have doubts? So the second step is really about gratitude and raising your vibrations, and you'll see that your exterior world will start changing, because it truly is your vibration. Your vibe attracts your tribe. You know, you and I are not only, you know, we're best friends, but we vibe in the same energy of out the core of who we are, of wanting to help selflessly,
Yeah,
but yet not, you know, teaching a man how to fish. Don't fish for the man, you
exactly.
know. And other parts is visualization. The third step is visualization. And visualization takes time. It takes like training that has to do with meditation, which I have tons on YouTube. And then the fourth step is looking for the positive in certain situation. Is the cup half empty or half full? You know, like if it's a sunny day, do you say, well, tomorrow it's going to rain?
Yeah.
Where is the mindset? The next step is positive affirmation. It's creating a scenario of as if it already has happened. Not of I'm going to be happy when. I'm going to be happy after I reach $1 billion. I'm going to be happy after I reach 1 billion followers. It's when, you know, I am happy at this moment as if it already happened, creating that scenario with affirmations. And then the last step is you're still going to get these doubts that pop in. We're human. Different scenarios are going to come, and the universe never judges us. But they're kind of watching us. What is Mariama going to do? Is she going to go into the doors of doubt or apprehension, or is she going to be able to navigate and realize that this was an old thought pattern as a bodyguard, you know, like trying to protect, and say thank you, and then go into the greatest doors of her life? But it's the unknown, which, by the way, is a number 7 step. I said 6, but the number 7 is trust and belief. And those are the steps that is very simple, yet it takes trust, and it takes repetition to do. Like when you know, so it becomes part of your subconscious. But what I would like to have you do is, if you can, you know, so humbly share your story of how these steps, actually, I break it down in the science, in the in the spiritual aspect, how you utilize this in the most natural flow. And if you can express to everyone of your evolution of how you are where you are today.
So first, I would like to thank you so much, Janet, for sharing these steps with all of us, because there is one thing that I really take into consideration. I don't never feel like I know enough. So as you know, I have my little notepad. As you were talking, I was taking notes, but in the same time, I was actually also writing some of the things that I felt like works for me or didn't work for me. The great news is that, like I said before, you are an expert of 20 years in this field. And the other good news is that I'm just a natural person who has been manifesting without even knowing. So I think what is very important to talk about first is that when I started manifesting, I didn't even know about the law of attraction, because we're talking about 25 years ago. You know, 25 years ago, I was still in Africa. I was still a very young girl, going to school, who had this dream, who had a little charcoals writing on the street of school. When we take a break, when everybody was having fun, somehow I took my charcoals and I started to write my dream on the floor like a little crazy girl, without even knowing. But I was writing what I wanted. I didn't know then that I was manifesting. So today I can see a lot of people are joining our lives. Some people are from New York, some people Africa. I'm seeing a lot of diverse people joining our live talks.
Yes,
And
love it.
when we talk about law of attraction, it's very important that we also talk about culture. Okay, the law of attraction is now entering the African continent very much. Today I'm seeing a lot of people doing yoga, meditation. And me, at the other hands, I started this many, many years ago. I remember the first time I moved to Los Angeles, I had a friend and I was telling her about these things. She was like, what the hell are you talking about, Mariama? So I was already in tune about these things. So yes, I do agree that in the law of attraction, there is a feeling. Because even though I'm talking to you guys right now, I feel like I'm manifesting something. There is a specific feeling that I have, and this feeling is very peaceful. And I have to say, in order to build these feelings, there is a lot of key points that I want to share, even though I'm not an expert. For me, in general, when we talk about success, success is not about ego. And I did take notes from the last word that you said when we were doing my last live talks last week. You did mention ego, you did mention fear, you did mention competition. You know, for people, it's very important for the people that are following us now to know that manifestation is also equal of the law of karma. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot receive what you don't want other people to have. You know, so for me, the first step of manifestation is actually feeling good about yourself and also understanding that there is enough supply for all of us to have in this earth. It's very important to know that there is not only one car, there is not only one house, there is not only one success. There is no such a thing as like that. We can all become successful. And when we talk about the law of attraction, it's also important for people to understand themselves and to talk about self-love, because it's not just like, okay, Mariama and Janet just talk about this, I'm gonna close my eyes and this gonna happen. You have a lot of steps as well. The feeling, the gratitude, like you said, the faith, because we are
that's a big one.
A little bit to Africa, because you know that's my continent, huh? So when I'm doing some things, I want to make sure that my African brothers and sisters are benefiting from what I'm saying. So for example, this is something that some African may think like, this has nothing to do with my religion, this is, I'm not allowed to do this, I'm Muslim, I'm not supposed to do this, I'm Christian, I'm not supposed to do this. The law of attraction has nothing to do with your religion. It actually has something to do with your faith. I do not believe that God, Allah, the Lord, has brought us in this earth to suffer. And this is why when you kind of feel this kind of things, that you want something, you want to be successful, you want to be famous, whatever you want to do, somehow you kind of see it manifesting. Or you're missing somebody, the person call you. There is some kind of vibration. There is a vibration that connects people. And then they need to understand that, you know, this has nothing to do with your religion, but it also has everything to do with you. You have the choice every day to think about negative thought or to think about positivity. So why even spend your time thinking about negativity, thinking bad about people, thinking bad about the world, and not thinking positively? And I can share you a simple example, because you asked me to share my story. Canafrique. I built an entire company during the COVID time, where everybody was freaking out. The world is over. There is no money. There is no this. I was actually laughing. And I purposely did it in the COVID time to show to people that is not what is happening around you, but instead what is happening here.
Correct.
It doesn't matter what the world is going through. You can create your own world in your own mind. So for me, as a young girl writing that things down, I started to see my dream manifesting, because part of those dreams was for me to come to America. But honestly, I didn't take it in consideration. Then when my sister had her twin babies that also turned 20 this year, I was supposed to come say hello. That's how I end up in America. I wasn't even supposed to stay. I came to say hello. Hello, I find the love of my life, and I got married and stayed. So you see, but if you look at back then, I'm not gonna share all today, but that was also something that I will go through this another time. But I just saw my dream manifesting in a very weird way. And I started to manifest more stuff and more stuff. Then I met an Indian friend of mine who gave me for the first time the secret book. And when I started reading it, Africa, I said, damn, but I have been doing this. So I want us to start building from here. I'm going to give you back the talks, but I really wanted to make sure that I'm sending those energies out, that if you want to become, you need to understand that you are not alone, and you need to wish what you wish to receive for yourself, for others as well.
Exactly. And it all, I mean, that's, you said so many like beautiful points, but success means something different, for everyone. Success for some person may be being in a harmonious relationship. Success to someone else may be of being a CEO or CFO of a company. Success to someone may be of even bringing fresh food to the table for their family, fresh water. That's success. It's all relative, but the truth of the matter is that we are able to manifest the greatest successes no matter where we are. And it is faith. This is not religious based at all. It's we're all human beings, right? We're souls having human experiences. So ultimately, this is not religious at all. We respect all religions, all faith, all colors, as you can see, all everything. This is about respecting. And going back to the law of karma and dharma, the law of karma is the law. It's what you put out is what you get back. But people think, oh, karma is going to get them. Karma isn't a negative aspect. Karma, if you could think of Libra, the sign of the scales, and it's a balancing. And we need, in order of what we project to others, right? If we project jealousy, if we project and we're wondering why, like it's not happening, well, perhaps you need to refrain your thought forms for a moment. It's all about the balance. It's all about of what you put out is what you get back. So Libra, the sign of the scales, is what it is that you are. It's positivity. You're going to get more of that back completely. So karma is it's like a boomerang. And now, because the age of Aquarius, this is another topic in itself, the earth is like, we're now entering the next 800 or whatever, 400, 800 years of air sign. Like before it used to be very dense, now it's very air. So our thoughts, our frequency moves much quicker, and we can manifest what it is that we truly desire much quicker. But if we remove the word of desire and want, we can, and we change it to the word of create, I create, that will allow manifestation to happen much quicker. Why? The word desire, the word deserve, the word I want is insinuating that it does not exist. But the word I create means that it already is there, but it is, you get to now color it in. You have like like crayons. How are you going to color it in? It already exists there for you. So it's not about I wish it would be like this. I wish it would be different. The wish, you can make all your wishes and dreams come true of transmuting the word of I want, I desire, I deserve into I am, as if it already is. And I am co-creating now. We're constantly co-creating. It's us and source, us and God, us and Allah, whoever it is that you're connected to, us and faith, us, and it doesn't matter what you're in tune with. But when you are a vibrational match, a frequency, like it's the ingredients, like of what you're putting into your food. Are you going to put sugar into, I don't know, into your soup? You really want sweet soup? Not really. There's certain ingredients. It's a certain chemical production and of putting things together, certain molecules together for it to be of substance. And that's our thoughts. Are you feeding your mind with great spiritual nutrition, or are you flooding your mind with doubts and apprehensions? And it's the affirmations of saying, I already am, works.
So Janet, I was just gonna jump in quickly from there because as you speak, I'm getting all these things, and I'm trying to see some of the things that really helped me, because I think it's part of our today's talk is for me to give a little tips of what really helped me.
Please.
For me, for example, like I told you, right now I'm manifesting. It's so crazy, but because I feel peaceful around me, and I think one of the tools that really helped me to manifest or continue to help me, I don't know if people paid attention. different music can give you different feelings, right? It's one thing when I'm doing my little hip hop music, when I'm listening to Jay-Z, when you don't know, for me that's a song that really kind of you know push my buttons, because Jay-Z in his lyrics, I talked about this last year, last
Yeah.
time, last week. I'm not a rapper, but there is a point that he's like, mama didn't raise no fool. I can send water to a well, like there is some kind of confidence in him. And when I listen to this music, somehow it boosts me to say, hey, Mariama, look at Jay-Z. He came from like a project and today he's a billionaire. You can do this. Or when
Yep.
I listen to my Cafe Del Mar, I'm very sweet as well. I listen to some Buddha bar and I'm walking on Madison Avenue looking at all these buildings and dreaming and say, and I used to do this back in the days, by the way. I used to walk in the wealthiest places in New York, or even on the Upper East Side when I couldn't afford to live there before. I used to walk around and say, one day I will be here. And I had my little music and I was feeling it. And then I felt like someone was listening to me, but I didn't know what it is. So the music definitely for me is a big key for me to connect, to vibrate, to feel like I'm being listening to. Or when I'm praying, I pray a lot in the morning. I
Me
like to
too.
pray when the sun is rising, like so many other things. And this has nothing to do with like a devil or whatever. It's a way that I have find myself to connect with my God. When I was born Muslim, but I have my own way of praying. I pray like Muslim, but I also have moment to communicate with God. And then I have also realized with manifesting and with experience that God is the gift and the giver. So you cannot say from the giver, and all those are key points that have really helped me. So this is just some of the tips. There is so many other things that has been helping me, but I'm gonna let Janet continue.
God is your DJ.
Exactly.
God is your DJ.
It's a
Music,
good thing.
it's, yeah, he's the DJ. And we get to ask God God always has great music. God always has the best hip hop, the best reggae, the best house music, depending on where we are. It's so interesting. I also, I don't come from wealth, put it that way. I'm a child of immigrants. And I slept in a crib until I was the age of 5 years old. My parents, we lived in a one bedroom that we shared, and I've been working since I was 12 years old, and everything that I have manifested, my husband and I, everything, businesses, entrepreneurship, all these things really had to do, the music was one of the greatest catalysts, but it has to do of making. God gives you music, God gives you frequency. Each of our chakras, right, has a certain frequency associated with it and different vibration, that's why some music, we just like suddenly our heart opens, even when we're watching somebody sing live, sometimes we get all of these angel bumps all over us, right? We feel,
Yeah.
that it's like this channeling. Music is an incredible frequency to clear the slate so you can start manifesting what it is that you truly desire. And I used to walk around on Madison Avenue. We used to go to hotels and watch whatever. And it was about what you create. But one thing that I want to tell you is our body is the temple of our soul, right?
Mhm.
But our homes, doesn't matter if you live in a hut, if you live in a teepee, if you live in a mansion that's like, 20,000 feet, or if you live in 200 square feet, you have to make your home a space of great manifestation. And in order to manifest what it is you truly desire, not only clear up your limiting beliefs, what you're letting go of, crank up the music to something you like and clear up the clutter of your life. Clear up of maybe there's a drawer you don't want to go into, because what normally happens, our thoughts create the physical aspects. That's why we create the greatest miracles. It's our movie. Who's going to show up in our movie? But creating our home as our sacred domain, of what it is that we would like, you're now showing the universe. It's almost like the frequency now vibrates all around, and you get to create the outside as well with that. So definitely declutter your home, your space, because if there's a button that is loose, go put that button in. If there's a light bulb that you need to fix the light bulb. Really treat things with respect, because then it comes right back to you, just like karma. If you wish good on others with respect and understanding, when you look in someone's eyes, the eyes are the windows to the soul. Understand that inside there's a child there also that wants happiness, that wants the greatest miracles. And when you see that the other person is a reflection of you, the judgment sheds. It sheds. So it's extremely, extremely important. And the fact that you are, how you manifest very quickly. You are like literally like walking around with a magic wand, and it's like, but tell others how you, particularly how you activate, besides prayer and music, how is it activated within you?
So you just said one word that is so important, and like I say, I have my little notebooks. I love to do that. When you're writing, I take notes
Me
of
too.
what I would say next. For me, I'm trying to fix my light. You gave me this light, but I need to find a way to fix it. So that's why I'm like trying here. So I think for me, what was really important, you just talk about declutter your house, but you should also do that with your mind. You have to do that with your mind. And I would go back again to my continents, okay? Because that's where I'm coming from. Even though I am living in America, I have taken some, I'm still very much African inside, okay? So I would say declutter your mind, because it's very important when you're doing the law of attraction to understand it. I just read a comment where somebody said that the law of attraction existed in Africa in a different way through voodoo and other things.
Oh, wow.
I don't believe in voodoo. It's not something that I practice, but I'm sure, the person knows what they're talking about. And after this talk, I will go and start researching more about that. But
Definitely.
I do understand and believe strongly that we have to declutter our minds, because if you grow up in a specific crowd, a specific environment where you constantly have like a lot of yelling, a lot of things, a lot of competition, a lot of that and that, then you grow up with all these things. I think what really helped me and how I really started to manifest very well is when I changed the CDs in my head. And I have helped countless people like this, and I always tell them, see your mind as a CD. Remember back in the days when people used to play CD, they take that little things and they put on it, and the CD start to play beautiful music. So your entire life, you were like made in a specific way. Your mom, your father, your community always tell you certain things. You grow up with fear of poverty, etc. You need to be able to clean that CD. But remember that you spend many years to register the CD that is already in your head. Some people who are watching us right now, maybe they're over 30, maybe they're only 16, maybe they're 80 years old. It doesn't matter. There is no such a thing as a timing to manifest. But however, you need to take time to clear your mind. So I will say, I want you, what really helped me, I will close my eyes and I will think about the old CD that was already in my head. And I will think like myself taking a little knife and just scratching the CD off until it's clean. And, I take a little alcohol, like I'm like, okay, now I'm fresh. What do I want now to be in my CD? And my new CD, I decided to only have love, health, wealth, positivity. That's what is in my new CD. This doesn't mean that I don't get worried sometimes. But when I'm worried, I have dominated so much my mind that I'm able to go back to the positive mind. So clear your mind. Do everything to have a self-control. Self-control is not only how you're eating. Self-control is not only, when somebody bothers you, but self-control is also in the mind. And how you can do this, I have watched thousands of videos about this. I've read thousands of books. I'm telling you, I read a lot. But one thing that Deepak Chopra said that really resonated with me is that when you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing do you do? Some people, as soon as they wake up, they go to their phone.
Yep.
They're yelling. But what he really said, he said, when you wake up in the morning, take some time for yourself. Be silent. And you know, when you start to be silent in the morning, many people don't like it. You know why? Because when you become silent, your mind starts to tell you all the truth. Everything that you are, and maybe everything that you are not. And some people don't like it at all because they're like, oh, this is too much for me. I'm getting stressed. But you actually need to keep doing it slowly, slowly, slowly until you can take at least 20 minutes of your time every morning to silence your mind and to listen. And when you start to do that, you start to take over your mind, because we have the mind, we have the subconscious mind. We have like a one thing that's always registering everything in our mind. And then, you know, with time, giving yourself this love, whatever, to listen, you know. And because sometimes when your mind tell you like, okay, maybe you are like a liar or something and you don't want to listen, that you like, get the fuck out of here in my head, you know. But you cannot do that. You have to actually acknowledge everything that is coming to your mind, and you will pick, and you will just look at it and say, you know what, okay, you are here, but this is not who I am. And you start now to replace your negative thought into positive thoughts. And you start to give love to yourself. I'm enough. I'm okay. I can create. No one is better than me, but I'm also not better than anyone. So for me, the law of attraction and how I did it is also part of being humble. In my world, I don't think anyone is better than me, but yet I don't believe I'm better than anyone.
Yep.
I like that kind of coming together, right? And I also believe in giving. You know,
Absolutely.
I spent over 5 years working for my NGO, not getting any salary. I didn't focus on building my businesses, you know. And even now, I do my charitable work like that, but I live off of my businesses, you know. So, but before I did that, just like that. And when I started my businesses, I see that doors was opening for me. And one time I cried because I remember I was here in New York City and I was going to a meeting and I forgot my Metro card. And when I went there, I was like worried. I was like, oh my God, I'm so late. I'm going to a meeting. How I'm going to go? A lady came from nowhere.
Yep.
She didn't even know what was my issue. She said, you need a ride? Like a pass? I was like, yes. Door was open for me. And my way back, the same thing. Then I realized, really, when we give, it comes back to us somehow. So definitely declutter your mind, do everything to control your own mindset. Take your time to give love to yourself and to really understand yourself. But moreover, create a world for you where you can be in no matter what is happening. So you see, I can be in the crowd or in an environment when everybody's crying, screaming, or whatever, but I'm able to tune out everybody.
Me too.
To go to Mariama world. So I think that's one of the tips that I can give as well.
That's amazing. And just to wrap up, that's really amazing. There's one thing that you really mentioned that I just want to recap everything, is that going back to Deepak Chopra, one of my greatest like quotes from him is actually about the acronym of ego, EGO. It's edging God out. And ego is the energy of fear. Ego is the energy of doubt. Ego is the energy of righteousness, of entitlement, of jealousy, of envy, you know, or of self-doubt, of you can't, I'm not good enough program. So the first thing, just like I love what you said about when you wake up in the morning, how it's important. Like I don't get on my phone, but the first thing I do, my routine, and I know many people have asked me what my routine is. First thing I do is in the morning, I tune into myself. It's almost like when you are in the present moment, that's when the law of attraction can manifest. If you are not in the present, if you are thinking in the past, or you're worried about the future, then what happens is you're sending mixed messages to the universe and they don't know what to give you. And it comes in where you feel like my life is a mess. You know, when people are like, I don't know what's happening, my life is a mess. That's because you're not in the present. You cannot change what has happened in the past. The past is just unchangeable. It's done. But the probable future of all the opportunities is there. But the way we can manifest is in the present. So when I first wake up in the morning, the first thing is gratitude, and is of really tuning into me, which I'm not thinking about what I'm going to do today, what I did yesterday, how I didn't accomplish this, how I have to flip laundry, how I have to meditate, how, you know, I think about 5 things of getting into yourself. Say 5 things about Janet, physical things, and that gets you into the present moment. Because when you tune in to even your 5 senses of what you see, what you hear, what you feel, your taste, it utilizes the same place in your brain where worry happens. So when you tune in and you're mindful and you're in the actual moment, in the present, that is where manifestation happens. So I'll say 5 things about myself, facts. I have hazel eyes. I have whatever I'm wearing. I have a comforter, a white comforter, whatever it may be. 5 facts about my environment. That takes me to the present. Then I start affirming. Thank you, universe, for helping me co-create the best opportunities for my family today. Thank you, universe, for continuing to protect me and my family. Thank you, universe, for continuing to help surround me with amazing, beautiful people that want to raise the frequency of the world. So we go into affirmations with gratitude. And then I'll go into my meditation. Then I'll go, you know, but the first thing is always of tuning into the now, of being here now. When you are here now, that's where we can manifest. And it's from the moment of when we wake up, truly. And those other steps, just to recap, is again, gratitude. The first is like declutter your mind and your space. Gratitude, visualization, which is create a world where you are loved, the way you said, and look at the world as a positive space. Know that every failure was actually another step to your great success. Positive affirmations and looking at life with a glass half full. So Mariama, thank you for everything that you've shared today with our viewers, and thank you for this beautiful platform that you have created with another vision and bringing what you truly desire, bringing love to life. Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Janet. And to wrap it off with everyone, I think today we shared like a few key pieces with you. This is not all. Today I was replacing Collins, but this is a conversation that I would like you and I to continue in the future, because I think today what we really talk about is like the main thing, but it's not all. There is a lot of things about manifestation, and I think for the next time I would love for us to talk about visualization, positive affirmation, for us to be able to give away. You can talk and I can share some of the visualization and affirmation that I have done for so many years that has been helping me. But definitely for me, I think the law of attraction is also self-love, is self-confidence, because if you do not love yourself and accept yourself in a specific way, it's hard to do a lot of things. Because what really make you feel like you can manifest everything is also because you feel like you have enough. So I think today
Correct.
what I want to leave with you guys is for you to begin today of changing that CD that is in your head. The CD that is in your head that always tell you that you are not good enough, that you cannot make it, that you should be living in poverty and all this stuff. Start erasing that CD and placing a new CD. When you wake up in the morning, don't jump up to go on social media. Take a few minutes to be silent. You don't need 30 minutes. Even if it's 10 minutes, remember to form a great habit, you need at least 3 months, you know, so really take your time. Don't be hard on yourself and understand that, you know, Rome wasn't built in one day. You know, I'm telling you this because I have started this over 25 years ago. Look where I am. I'm still looking for more ways to go, and never feel like you know enough. Nobody knows enough. And we really encourage you as well to participate. Yes, we are doing this talk with you, but we also want to learn from you. I don't know when is the next time I'm going to do this with Janet, but I do encourage you to reach out to Janet, to send her messages, questions you want her to answer, to send me question you want me to answer. And if you are shy to write here now, please send it to us via Raw Real Talks. This platform is not for Janet and I or Kaiji or all the others. It's for all of us.
Everyone.
I founded this platform for all of us to come and heal the world. Janet Namaste has like a lot of free things, but also she has some master classes. If you feel like you have other issues that is not only about manifesting your dream, if you feel like you need more healing, she gives very good classes about this. Next time we're gonna talk, we'll go deeper, and I will tell you guys my story slowly and slowly. I had to take a lot of time to heal. I was a wounded child, you know, so I had a lot of things that needed to be out of me in order for me to become Mariama. And for a very long time, I was struggling between the young Mariama and the Mariama, the woman. And as every human being, sometimes we have the struggle to become, to leave the young man to the man or the young girl to the woman. Is something that is really doable. But please understand that in order to do this, you need to love yourself. And you need not to think that everything needs to be only for you. I'm greedy. I'm the one who needs to be like this. This is why you see all my work is about my community. When I go to the United Nations and I'm given opportunities to speak at the United Nations, when I sit, the first thing I say, this seat that Mariama is having is not for Mariama, but it's for every young girls in Africa. It's for every young Guinean girls. And it's for every woman who's watching, who has a dream, to understand that there is nothing they can do. If I can do it, you can do it. If she can do it, you can do it. So thank you so much for joining us today. For those who just joined, you can watch the recap on you see, I say Can Africa. I'm so in love with my brand.
I love your brand. I'm in love with you. That's
But
because it's the same vibration. It's love.
Watch it on Raw Real Talk page, and
Yes.
see you all next week. I know Janet will be with Christine Collins, but if I change my mind and I have a little bit time, we'll continue in this topic. Thank you so much. Remember that you are enough, and there is nothing you cannot achieve in this world. It all starts here.
It's all in there. Namaste, everyone. And if you want a free offering to begin that brand new CD that Mariama speaks about, the first thing is forgiveness and also removing those limiting beliefs. You can actually go on my bio and you can download your free meditation. It's actually called Ho'oponopono. It's a forgiveness meditation that will help remove the limiting beliefs so you can reprogram your new CDs. So definitely check that out on my bio. It's probably on Raw Real Talks bio as well. And until next time.
You know, we have so many people who was participating, writing. We didn't
get
a chance
to
read your messages, but Janet and I will talk next time to really take your questions and to answer to it. Thank you, Saja. Thank you all those who have been like really talking. The energy, something. No, is it the energy?
The energy alchemist.
Yeah, thank you.
Amazing.
And, you know, all of those who have joined us from Africa, you know, Europe. Thank you, and see you next week.
Bye, love.
Bye.